Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
We've had some time gaps, but we have been working on some other things. Mr. Aubert indicated he sent you the plea offers last Wednesday. Hasn't heard anything back from you regarding that, so let's see where we are. Charles Edward Allen,
He's here and he's asking for a preliminary exam.
okay. Mr. Allen, would you come up? Come up and have a seat. You've been very patient. You were here right next to your lawyer. This is People versus Charles Edward Allen III. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allen, you're charged with a false report of a felony. 2 counts. We've been getting more of these lately.
I am.
All right, don't say anything yet. Let me just tell you what the allegation is. It's alleged that on or about May 15th, you alleged that there was an unlawful imprisonment, and you reported that to the Michigan State Police and the Sheriff's Department. Those are felonies punishable by up to 4 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $2,000. According to the affidavit, you made some pretty scary allegations about Corey Allen being tortured and abducted, which apparently turned out not to be true. So those are the charges. Mr. Aubert, was there a plea offer here?
Yes, the offer would be for the defendant to plead to 1 count of false report of a misdemeanor.
And I did explain to the defendant that, this generally, that's the type of plea offer that a defendant's looking for, would be a misdemeanor plea offer. But in this instance, he's indicating to me that he does not wish to accept the plea.
All right, Mr. Allen, let's unpack this. You're charged with 2 felony counts alleging that you made these outrageous claims to the Sheriff's Department and the Michigan State Police. I'm assuming those calls may be recorded. And those are felonies punishable by up to 4 years in prison. A false report of a felony is a felony. Mr. Aubert has offered to change it into false report of a misdemeanor, which is a misdemeanor, 1 count. That would be punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Do you understand the plea offer?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is set for today is called a pre-exam conference. What is set for next week would be called a preliminary examination. That's where testimony is taken. The prosecutor has the burden of establishing that there's probable cause to believe that a crime was committed and probable cause that you did it. So you wish to have that hearing?
Yes.
And Mr. Aubert, I'm assuming you're about to say if there is a prelim, the offer is revoked.
Yeah, and what else I'll say, and maybe it's more of a global comment to all of these, it's really disappointing to not hear from Mr. Gipson on these cases so we can discuss them prior to going on the record on 10:30 the morning of the PCCs. I don't think it puts his clients in a good position. He can't advocate for why there should be another different type of resolution to this file. So yes, our position is if he's asking us to subpoena witnesses for a preliminary exam, that offer is revoked.
So it's revoked as of Friday at 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Allen, when did you first talk to your lawyer?
I called him last week.
Very good. I tell everyone.
After I found it out, I told him.
What's that?
The next day I found it. After I found it out.
Well, that's what everybody's supposed to do. Very often they just show up and say, well, here I am. So at least you made contact with him. Are there audio recordings of these calls? No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking the prosecutor.
I don't know offhand.
All right, well, we'll see. Do you know Mr. Gipson?
I'm not sure.
Well, you ought to be sure. You're asking for a prelim, and if there's a call to the sheriff's department, a call to state police where he's alleging that this lady's being abducted and her teeth are being pulled out, I guess he ought to have an opportunity to hear that before he decides he wants to have a prelim and prelim himself into a felony charge when there's a generous misdemeanor offer.
I think that the defense is not more, it's not that whether he did or didn't report it, it's more whether or not he had reason to believe that there was cause to contact the police, in a sense.
All right. Well, the plea offer is open till Friday at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And you guys can discuss that further. Set for prelim for 10,
Can you email us?
20.
We need to figure out.
at 1 o'clock. So you guys are gonna need to meet to discuss this further. Are you Corey Niffen?
No,
No.
I'm his sister.
Okay. All right, Mr. Allen, you and your lawyer need to do some more discussing between Friday.
Yes.
If the matter does need a prelim, the other option is you can waive it, but we can also hold it. And then we'll see whether there's probable cause to believe you made this report knowing it was false. All right.
If you
You're good to go.
talk after I'm done with this. So you're good. What? Yeah, I do. Need to figure out a way for you to get those to me so then I can get them to them. So that's what we need to figure out. So if you wait here, then I'll talk with you after I'm done.
So,
But if not, I'll call you on the phone if you have to go. If you have to go, I'll call you on the phone. But we need to figure out a way for you to get those videos to me. So, okay.
okay. So
You're good to go.
I think
All the conditions of your bond are still in effect. Continue to comply with all those. Stay in touch with your lawyer.
all right. When's my next court date?
Your next court date is next Tuesday at 1 o'clock,
Okay.
right here, live in person.
Do you
Not a
have
problem.
that? Yeah, you should have that notice. Okay, it's a week. At 1 o'clock on October 24th, then I would have, I sent you that letter. I can give you this.
I think
later. Here, you can have that.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's the
Thank you.
24th of October. All right, we'll stay with alphabetical order. Gary Engelmeyer.
I have a signed waiver form and he is interested in being screened for adult drug court.
Very good. Sean DePreter.
Sean DePrater, I need to speak with the prosecutor more about, and I do wish to speak with the prosecutor in private about that case, but at this point, he's asking for a preliminary exam.
He's in custody. All right. Octavius Jones, I believe, is a second cousin once removed of Miscellaneous Jones. What can you tell us about this one?
I have a signed waiver, and it's my understanding that he wishes to accept the offer.
Good.